For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Orlando Pirates are out of the Carling Black Label Knockout Tournament. Sibukwa load shedding nathi apha ne generators fundekelayo. Unyana ka Tso Vilakazi nayo idlalile namhlanje. Thato Muhlame, well done. Tso Vilakazi's son made an appearance today in extra time, the last 20 minutes. Orlando Pirates are out of this tournament. Temi Gosiloch was voted as the player of the match as well, although the game ended as 0-0. Nothing much that it did, but of course, celebrity culture, blah, blah, blah. So what did you make of the game, sir, if you can hear me?
Mr. K, ukunjani mfethu? Ngibulise wena, ngibulise uJuna, ngibulise uJustice. Ngibulise namakhaya. Ngicela support njalo la iDiskiTV. Zobeka nje benjalo, ngijike futhi. Bathi Natal Rich Boys. Mara ngishilo Mr. K nge-half time ngathi mina bazowina abantu la. Ngithe mina bazowina nge-1-0. Nabo bawinile. It's a semi-final manje ne? Yeah, semi-final. Yeah. Natal Rich Boys. Bengithi Pirates igame ayiloko iqhubeka ngoba ngithi umntanami bekahlele ngaphandle ngithi mina hayi no ayiwineke once iPirates ngoba naku phela with the experience but uthe makangena umfana wami ngathi ayikhona yachika yonke lento lena so I'm so happy Mr. K to see my son bamnikeza a chance. I know ukuthi coach didn't play him we position yakhe where he play behind the striker umdlala side, but I always say to my son, every time when you get an opportunity, just use it. Doesn't matter, it can be 2 minutes, can be 5 minutes, but when you go in there, do whatever that the coach says you must do. And I saw him saying I do the right back, but nevertheless, Mr. Keu, I'm disappointed with Pirates, Mr. Keu. You can't have international players, and then I don't disrespect Richards Bay, but you know they don't have that quality compared to the Pirates. But you know they've worked as a team. You could see that they've planned very well. You know the defense. I said it to Coach Kaitano. A mover is solid. My worry is that coming to the midfield and going up front, it looks like he has ideas. How can I really create chances? But better second half. Richards Bay. I mean, they made some attempt. There was, I thought Urev was supposed to put a penalty, but you know our reference, and so we just have to live with it. But the Pirates, you had, you know, maybe by Mamela, and then Batis will do as Utso Asho Uguti, but the defensive midfielder A1 and have 2 attacking players. But you need to coach them. Give them responsibilities. Give them roles with Mamela. When you play there, you run on these angles. This is where you're supposed to operate. Because when I saw Urasmas, I saw Maswangani, and at some point Maswangani, you will come deeper, and you don't need him there. You don't need him. But now it tells you, Moguti, it means we've got a problem with the defensive midfielder. So they need to fix that because there must be a link. Mr. Keu, this Magula, spinal cord, Mosberger, Sonke, sinama stages, sinama tamoranje. So it gives you that balance. So Ngago Sugela, Uyele. And then what's happening in the middle here? So I think they need to fix 1, defensive midfielder, 2, coach those boys. Give them their responsibilities there. How to operate in those positions. Because look, Pirates have got good players. Look at the Masapa Wenzile, Mfukengi, Kimvidu. Those are good players, decent players who came in. But now you could see you've got the good players, but they look like they don't have a direction.
Yeah. What do you think of Coach Kaitano, his approach to this game as well? It looked very defensive. In fact, Junior was saying on his video that if they continue this way, they're obviously going to meet their match. Someone is going to beat them along the way. I understand that because they're playing against Pirates, they have to be a little bit cautious, but Pirates is defensively naive. There's always a goal. They are a goal waiting to concede. So you have to find a way where you're going to hurt them. In your planning, you have to devise a strategy of, this is how I'm going to hurt them. We saw with the Oswin Apolis when they played against the Polokwane City, as much as you are attacking with your right wing back, Tina, when we have the ball, we're always going to look for Apolis as our outlet. if Ushandu is not there in that position, we're gonna hurt you. Pirates is naive. They play with Uhoto as a left-sided player. He's the only one. He's the only one when they are defending. He's the only one when they are attacking. What is stopping you from employing someone, go number 7, and say, just stay there. Don't do any defensive responsibility, because there will never be a 2-on-1 on my right back, because there's only one guy. It's Hoto. You, as my right wing forward, stay there in that space as well. So that's the level of cleverness, which is not a surprise, because Baeza or Paris, they don't do it in one game. So if you do your proper scouting and analysis, you will know that this is what happens. So Bona, what was their intention in this game in terms of how are we going to hurt Pirates?
Mr. Nkiwa, I think Coach Kaitano, like any other team, I think they were scared of Pirates. I mean, when you look at those names, go Pirates, you're always going to be scared. But now, one thing that I always say is that when you defend, eventually you're going to win the ball.
Yeah.
Eventually, like you don't know, Taco Blue, Raining or Storm, you're going to win the ball.
Absolutely.
Then what are you going to do with the ball? That's where I'm worried, because even Kaitano, he was solid right at the back, but now when he's got the ball, he didn't have ideas. What should I use Untundwana? Or what is it? Or should I play it long and then everyone has to come in until the second half part where he introduced the number 20. That boy, he's good. He made changes in that midfield. That's what he needs. A player that will get the ball in the midfield and attack and try and create chances. And it worked well for him. But now you could see Utu Kaitano in his plan. Both players for him, it's like get sick with ball players. But with the ones that hard-working players, he prefers them. But yeah, Mr. Nkewa, I think he needs to learn that now he's going to play Mdlambi, maybe let's say Polokwane City, Stellenbosch, yes, he needs to attack. Yeah. He needs to find a way. Stellenbosch, they'll come at you. You cannot sit all the time. Find a way. Okay, I'll sit, but when I get the ball, my point of reference, Uban.
Last one. Do you think there's pressure on Jose Rivero? Jose Rivero, I think, is a charlatan. But I think people are going to find him out. But they're not going to find him out in the way that they're supposed to. It will be the obvious thing of ignorance where we've lost 5 matches in a row, therefore you're not good. But when we win a cup in a very weird way, you are great. So it will be the same ignorance that plays out. Now, even today, the reason why I'm asking you this question is because he's out of the knockout. He lost to Ajax Cape Town, the Cape Town Spurs, and he drew against Polokwane City. Now, which is the conventional logic, which is useless. It's a conventional logic. Because of those things, you are under pressure. No, he can't coach. He's not coaching this second best squad in this country. He's not coaching them to be the second best team in this country, which they are not number 2 in that league. That's the logic you're supposed to be applying. But Bona, they're going to look at, you haven't won in 5 matches, therefore you're not good. You have won 4 trophies, therefore you are good. But you were never good in the first place. Where do you think people stand with this guy now? Is there a valid call for him to be under pressure? What's your observation about him? This is the second best squad in South Africa. No doubt about it. Sundowns, best squad in South Africa. Best players, most money. Orlando Pirates, second best squad, but they're not the second best team in this country. Where do you think he stands now?
Yeah, I'm definitely sure he's feeling the pressure now, Mr. Keo, because now we look back to say, but Besuna Ranjan. Now I'm exposed because now when he needs to show us it doesn't do that. Mr. Keo, I said it to good thing. In Pirates, with the players that they've got, they need to challenge for the league. They need to push the Sundowns the fire. But now you've got players. The coach is failing to put those players to get the right combinations, and it's that's why you see Pirates, they've been losing. Why? They've got players, but they lack coaching. That's the problem.
Yeah, there you go. That's Orlando Pirates being dumped out of the Carling Black Label knockout. I apologize for the sound with the generators. It is load shedding all across the country, of course. Yeah, well done to Richards Bay. We don't know who they're going to play because we already know Stellenbosch in the next round. And then there's them, Richards Bay. I'm just trying to see what else is left in the competition as well. I think some of the games are being finished tonight or tomorrow. We'll see who are the other two teams that they could potentially face as well. The Culling Black Label Knockout, Amazulu and Golden Arrows are there. They're going to play now as we speak. And then Skukuna and TS Galaxy are there. That's why I'm saying this is the sponsor's worst nightmare, because the teams that don't necessarily get the best following are there. Left 4 teams will be there that don't have a fan base. They can't even fill up 5,000 people in a stadium, but we'll see how the sponsor is going to have to work, put out their money, and then invite people to go there, free passes to go to the final, wherever the final will be played. It is iDiskiTV, Times, All Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.